Welcome back to my Linux from scratch. We're now going to be building the actual system now that we have our temporary tools in place, as well as I went ahead and installed Nano. Right now I'm going to copy and paste the configuration for man pages, which is next. As you can see, this is just an introduction about libraries and how to upgrade. I'll probably be installing a few static libraries so I can build my zbuild program, as well as go through package management and upgrading issues. In general, I haven't really spent time in package management except building this program. And at the moment, I'm just creating .zbc files. Okay, let's save this out. That's ready to go. And it's just about deleted and stuff like that. As well as symlink style management, which maybe that could be good. Is the dester install method. So we'll see. So next up is man pages, and there's only two things. This is really quick. It just literally copies 2400 man pages into the directory. Like this. And I've changed my naming scheme to 803 since it's going to be at least 70 packages. And it is installing. And there we go. Very quick. Okay, now we're moving on to INET etc. It is very simple. I'm going to paste in my configuration. This is only going to be copying over two files into the etc directory. I'm just going to, since this build is required by my system, I just do an echo pwd just to verify that that is where we are. I want to do some testings on that anyways. And 804. And it's copied over, and there's our pwd, and we are in the right directory there. So that's a good test. Next up is one of the major ones, glibc. This one will take 12 SBU units. And let's see through, and there's a bunch of checks to be done. This is very important to run through testing and stuff, and it's about upgrading as well if you are upgrading from major release. I tend to just want to rebuild it from scratch if I am upgrading this. And it is also fun to do so. Then install, and then we'll be doing some tests and installing our local def programs. And then doing some configurations and some time zone data. Okay, I've created the configuration. I'm just about to paste it in. I've just added a few things here to check things and an install script. Make sure we cd into the build directory in each of our functions. Here we do the same as the previous version in chapter 6. Did the root binder, and the patch, and the MD5 sum. Save this out. Start up zbuild on 805. These can be now wrapped into a make file as well. It's going to be extracting glibc, patching, and excluding. And I'm going to be stopping the video right now. Welcome back. As now we're just finished glibc 8.5 at 32 minutes, 53 seconds. Not too bad. I don't see any problems. Looks like even this one executed fine and I code fixed. That means this one worked. I don't see any errors in the install. Let's see if we can go back to, probably easier just to check out the log here. Directory, we have glibc. We can just, these are all the logs, and we can check the check log. Oh, I don't have net. Less, I should install less first, but nano, so. Okay, this means there was an error during the check, so, which is common. It's back here. There are several tests that will fail. It just means that this routine did not exit properly. And we should also have, or it could even be this grep. If this grep comes back with nothing, it returns a 1. And it will be fail the check. Let's just go to the end here. Oops. Control end. And I have a feeling, yes, it's probably the grep, this grep command here for timed out failed. See, we only have 2 failed tests, and we have 5,564 passes. It's a very good system. Bunch of unsupported. Okay. Next is to install the all these local def. We can just do this all at once. It may look like it's a lot of files, but it's going to be building for a while. Okay. Come back when it's done. As you can tell, this is now finished doing the local defs. So we don't need to do the major one. Now we just want to create this file here, DNS switch file, and I'm going to make a special directory here for the TZ data. Just tar -xf sources and TZ data. It just dumps all this stuff into one directory. Now we just copy and paste all this to set up our zone data. And everything is now installed. And we just go TZ select. Now I'm in the Americas here, Canada, Pacific. It says America, Vancouver. Yes, that's correct. And we'll just do link cfv/user/share zone info America, Vancouver. And copy that. Now I could still do this. Okay. I already have this file created and it already has that. So what I'll do is copy and add this to the top. And we also want to add this directory. And well, we just do an end of d.so.conf. Save that. And don't forget to create this. And we've now created the TZ data. Next, we'll be building glibc for 32-bit. Set up the configuration. Again, as the previous glibc, building the second time here, configuration. I don't have a post. And this seems to be going into a Destor install. Hopefully the Destor will work this time. doing the same, but I'm also building it into a separate directory and re-extracting the sources. Make dir build, echo that. And we want to use the M32 GCC files. We want to set the lib32 directories here. Build and make, install, and then we'll be doing some tests at the end. This will also take some time. Oh, .2, okay. I was going to rename the other one. Extracting and building the M32-bit libraries. Okay, just had a couple of little failures, but everything worked out good. It was just a typo in the script. I can just do a manual install with the copy, and that looks good. And final install here for the headers. It's from destdir and the lib to user include. And let's, whoops, edit. I'm thinking, okay, so we want to add now our user 32. Option lib should be last. And let's do the test here. So do it in this build directory. And we have our requesting interpreter is the ldlinux.so. And now we're going to do the x32-bit libs. Okay, ready to paste the configuration here for the MX32-bit binaries, using the same as the M32, except a slight difference here in the prepare. It goes to the libx32 directory. Same as the build is cd build make, and the install, don't forget the double ampersand here before we do the install command. Save out 5.3. Third version. I'll probably delete these once they're done, since they're taking up so much space building 3 times. Okay, this time it's finished completely, and it's copied everything over, moved all the files over, and it took only 4 minutes and 47 seconds. And now we just want to update the LD SOConf again, and we're adding the next lib. And just as before, the Linux x32. And that is it for this section. So we have some temporary files. We want to actually clean up the TZ data that we used, so we don't need that anymore. That is installed. Temp. We don't need these glibc anymore. They take up quite a bit of space, having to build 3 of these. We can keep these logs so they don't take up that much space right now. We can delete them when we're finished. Just as I said, we want to move 5 to, my trick here, comma dot 1. It just cleans up that. So there's no, that's first, second, and third. And see, we have a stray.out file from the thing, dummy.c. Clean up that. And next will be zlib 1.3.1. We're building 8.6 zlib, and apparently we have to build this 3 times for each library. I've already copied the configuration. I'm going to paste it in. This is for the x64. I'm not going to remove the static library because I want to build the zbuild file with static so that it is completely self-contained. And start off 806.1 and building the first set. This won't take that long. And that's the first one. Okay, I have my configuration set up. Paste it in. We're changing the C flags to M32. Configure prefix. And we're doing a dest-dir install into userlib32. Save it out. Execute. 6.2 zlib m32. And this is quick. Next up is x32. Okay, I've edited my configuration, got it ready to paste. Let's change to -mx32 and to the libx32 folders, both with dest-dir installs. Save it out. Just go to build, and this will be anything. And we're also building all the static libraries for this because I want to. Thank you for following along on the zlib journey. Next up, bzip2. bzip2 3 times. Okay. Paste the configuration. There's the post config. I have quite a bit. I'm not removing the static libs because I want the static libs in here. It's the first batch. And it looks okay. Save this out. Prepare the configuration. 7.1.1. Should be really quick if I recall. Yep. Now also, I'm not going to do the make clean. I'm going to install this into a separate directory. Okay, I've added my configuration, ready to paste. This one's a little bit smaller. We're only installing the 32-bit shared libraries and the static library there. So this only, we don't have to worry about any of the documentation because they've already been installed. And number 2. And this one should be really quick. And it has created all the static libraries. And one more time to create the x32-bit. And I've edited my configuration, ready to paste into the next file. It's the same, except we have mx32, building the libraries, punch up one, change, execute cbuild, and we have completed the x32-bit libraries now. Next up will be XZ581. Right now we're building 8.8 XZ. I've got my configuration ready to go. Paste that in. It's I got some extra stuff. Don't need those. I like to always run the check on the first one. It's fun to do. Most of the time they pass. Save this out. Punch up one. Zbuild 808.1. And this will probably be really quick. I chose to disable the static on this one because I think I only need the zlib ones. There's only a few packages that actually need the static libs. So as you can see, look at all the passes, and we're done in 22 seconds. Next up is the M32-bit. And I have ready the 808.2 configuration to paste in. We're building to the -m32 directory, configuring for host i686 using the dest-dir install method. Punch up one, that, cbuild, and 808.2, building the M32-bit libraries. And then we'll be doing the same with this and building the x32-bit libraries. It should not take much. It's almost done. installed. 17 seconds. Okay, I have my MX32-bit libraries ready to go. I'm going to paste it in here. It's almost the same as the M32. It's just different directories. Save this out. Punch up with the arrow key. The home zbuild 8.3. And this just shows that all the files that have been created and what they do. This here lib LZMA can be used in C++ or C with an include. And this has been installed to the libx32 directory. I have my configuration ready to go for LZ. Paste it in here. Guess I don't need the post since they're empty. No use having stuff that's not there. Save out. Build 809. This should be really quick. Alright, we're just creating the configuration, extracting, and building. Our next step will be just compile and install into the lib32 directory, and that is finished. Okay, I have my configuration ready to go, and editing this file, pasting to the lib32 directory now. Okay, zbuild, and the second dynamic library of LZ4 1. And this is going to be the same. Okay, I've edited my configuration, ready to paste it into the nano here. I've added a -v here, so it's going to prefix a verbose so I can actually see what's going on. Save this out, exit, shop, change nano to zbuild, and build the third LZlib library. It's creating the package configuration, extracting, and building for MX32 version, no static. Decided to leave it with no static. I don't think I need the LZ4 library. And now I can see, I'm not sure what those are. I have to look into that. But as you can see, it's created the configurations and it's installed. And that is it for LZ4. Thank you, and I hope to see you for the next video. ZST standard.